As God bless. This morning I didn't do my video outside in nature. I went outside in nature instead. As much as I love you guys and love showing you what I do, some things I wanted to keep sacred sometimes at least. So I decided to be present in the moment and enjoy nature with some oneness. And I decided to do my video inside today. And I can show you guys my space again. Not really show it to you, but you can see it, what you can see. I only showed it to you the first time I made it, so I figured I'd use it a little bit more than I have. And I'm going to use it today. So, what do I want to talk about today? Today I want to talk about fear with you guys, if I can. What are you afraid of, right? Like, what things keep you up at night, or what things give you them bubble gut feelings, you know? Fear, fear, fear. I think fear has entirely too much say-so in our lives. I think everything we do sometimes, we do it out of fear. And I think that if you find yourself living in a life where you do things out of fear, you should really try your best to evaluate what you do out of fear and try to, if not change what you do, change your reason for doing it. And I think you'll find more joy out of it. If you only work at a place because you're afraid of being homeless, you're probably going to hate your job. If you are with a person because you fear being alone, you're probably going to hate that person. You can't let fear drive what you do, because it will usually drive you into a wall or off a cliff, metaphorically, hopefully. I was pondering on fear a lot when looking inside myself, my soul, trying to figure out exactly what I'm afraid of. And I came to the realization that I don't really have fear anymore. I used to fear failure until I changed the way I looked at failure. And that's what I said. If you can't change what you do, try to change the way you look at things. I don't do things out of fear anymore, and I don't do things out of fear of failure. I don't look at failure. Failure is something you consider when something is over. Like you failed the semester, or you failed the school year. That isn't true until its semester's over. You haven't failed until it ends. So as long as you take away that possibility of an ending, like never giving up, for example, if you're trying to be something, an actor, a writer, a doctor, whatever it is, man, if you fail, you haven't failed until you gave up. Because once you give up, now it's over. Now you failed. Now you're a failure. But as long as you keep grinding, doesn't matter how many bumps you hit, that's not a failure until you quit. As long as you keep going, that's part of the process. That is steps. That's growing pains. That is necessary. And what I really believe, and I'm trying my best not to sound cliche, but I think our biggest fear is success. Speaking for myself, my biggest fear has always been success. And this is what I mean. You may not think it is, but let me just take you somewhere for a minute. Take a ride with me. My biggest fear wasn't directly the word success. My biggest fear was what success would force me to change, or what I had to be in order to be successful. And that fear of change turned into a fear of success, which didn't feel like that at the time. It felt like just regular old fear. But it wasn't that. I wasn't afraid if I failed. I was afraid that in order for me to succeed, I might have to cut some people off. And I didn't want to do that. Or in order to succeed, I might have to make some changes within myself, have some accountability, go on a diet maybe, lose some weight. My Empress bought me this hoodie. And when she bought it for me for my birthday a couple years ago, I couldn't even fit it. Like, right? And she said, well, I'll just return it and get you a bigger size. And I said, no, that's my motivation. I need to lose weight, right? So I am going to keep it until I can fit it. And look at me, guys. I got it on, and it's on. It's not kind of on. I'm wearing it. So I had to make some changes in my life, right? My diet affected my mood, affected my health, which gave me more motivation and drive to do what I'm doing now. It helped my confidence, so I wasn't afraid to get in front of a camera. My insecurities, all these things. So I was afraid, though. I was afraid to address my insecurities. I was afraid to address the things that made me nervous, right? So sometimes we're afraid of what we have to do in order to get the things that we want. We're not even afraid of failing. We know on some level that we can do anything. We know subconsciously on some level that we can do anything we really want to do. But sometimes in order to become those things or do those things, the current version of us cannot compare. We have to do certain things, change, cut off, grow, heal, isolate, embrace. Find your path. There's different things. But the point is, sometimes the fact that those paths call for those changes in us, that drives us away. That makes us run. This fear of success sometimes is our most dangerous thing. If you want to be a marathon runner, but you're afraid of running, that's something you should work on. If you are in the place where you desire to be a rapper, like me, I want to be a rapper one time, right? But I never heard of a rapper stuttering. So I had to work on my speech, and I did. And I ended up not wanting to be a rapper anymore. But me working on my speech helped me become a better speaker, right? And now I'm using that for this, right? I still got a few, discs, what do you call it? Record skips, every now and again. But that's my strength now. That's no longer my fear. It's no longer my insecurity. That's who I am. That's my sound. This is the Most High. This is how I talk. And I embrace that, and I love that about me now, because nobody else talks like me. Who decides if it's a bad thing? I think it's great. I think it's sexy. So, find out what you're really afraid of, and then conquer that. Because sometimes it may not be the fear of the jump. You might be afraid you actually can fly. And you don't want to be known for flying now, because now you got to strengthen your wing muscles. Or now you might have to fly every day. Don't let the fear of success keep you from flying. Fly. That's all I got. I love y'all. God bless.